What the haters talking about?
What's up, family? A woman in Jacksonville, Florida, was accused of robbing a Regions bank in downtown Jacksonville in a dun wheelchair. Family, the wheelchair is what she rode into the bank in, and that's what she rode out in and used as her getaway ride. Fam, you know she had to be from Florida. The police described her as a 39-year-old black woman. They wouldn't release her name, at least not yet. But damn, fam. I would say I heard it all, but I know it's more to come. Every single day. I'm telling you, fam, when I cover this news, I never know what I'm going to get. But I tell you what, when it's interesting, if I find it interesting, or if I find it informative, if it's entertaining, I'll probably share it with you. But there's so much stuff out there, man. This is one of those crazy ones. I had to share this with y'all, fam. What made her think that she was going to be able to rob a bank and just dip out? They say that she went in and she asked for some money, and I don't know, they say she had an altercation with one of the workers. And I guess things went awry, and she was like, hey, man, unasked the money. And she told that worker that she was going to kill everybody in the bank. So maybe she went there to withdraw some funds, and they gave her a hard time. And she said, you know what? Fuck this shit. I'm going to rob you. Man, give me all the damn money, man. Give me the money. Give me all the damn money. Put everything. No, she was sitting down, so she was more like this. Put everything in the bag. All of it. They had to lean over the counter to give her the money. I mean, how did they do that? Maybe she rolled up to like one of the little desks or something, and she sent them over to go get the money and come back. Who would give somebody some money in a wheelchair? Fam, I ain't letting somebody rob me in a wheelchair. I'm just not. That's not happening. If they do, they won't get far. Ain't no way I'm going to let somebody in a wheelchair rob me and get away. I can't have that on my record. You can have robbery on your record because anybody can get caught slipping. But ain't nobody in a wheelchair finna rob me, fam, and get away with it. And here's something else. A lot of people tripping on the fact that she was in a wheelchair. But there's a lot of people who are handicapped or disabled who are criminals. Killers, rapists, robbers, thieves. Many of them are violent. They like to fight. So you can't underestimate a person just because they have a so-called disability. Because in that wheelchair, you would think that she probably had a disability. You thought that maybe perhaps a wheelchair would slow a person down from robbing a bank. This may be the first wheelchair bank robber on record. No, it couldn't be. I mean, as odd as that seems, I bet you somebody has robbed a bank in a wheelchair. You know what? Let me check this out, man. I bet you somebody has robbed a bank in a wheelchair before. I'm willing to put something on the line on this one. I gotta check this out, fam. Let's see. Let me just put in man, because I know if I just put bank robber, the only thing that's going to come up is this woman, bank robber in a wheelchair. So let me put in man robs bank in wheelchair. Let's see what pops up. Fam, I'm a genius. Man in wheelchair robs bank. June 30th, 2015. Let me see if I can see the story on this. Let's see. Let's see if I can pull up the story. I see the video of it. Man tries to rob bank, gets away empty-handed in wheelchair. Man in wheelchair allegedly robs bank in New York. Here we go. Oh, and it happened again in 2020. December, man in a wheelchair tried to rob a bank. Here he is. Kevin Dennison, accused of making off with more than $1,200 after telling staff at a Santander bank, Santander, that's what they say, Santander bank branch, that he had a gun. A man in a wheelchair has been arrested for allegedly stealing $1,212 in a daytime bank robbery, U.S. authorities said on Friday. Kelvin Dennison, 23, from New York City, was picked up by officers at a hospital 2 days after he rolled into a Santander bank branch in Queens on Monday afternoon and claimed to be armed, police said. "Give me all you have," he told the teller, according to court papers. "I have a gun." The teller then passed him the cash before he pushed himself out of the bank and then fled down the street in his wheelchair, police said. Authorities released an image of a man in a wheelchair leaving the bank taken from a store surveillance camera. When Dennison went to Queens Hospital 2 days later, someone recognized him and called police, prosecutors said. Authorities did not say why Dennison went to the hospital. When he was questioned by investigators, Dennison told them he was in a wheelchair after being injured in a shooting. A spokeswoman for the Queens District Attorney's Office told the New York Times. Dennison was charged with robbery and is being held on $15,000 bail. Attempts to reach his attorney for comment on Friday were unsuccessful. So there you have it, fam. That's an hilarious story, man. This dude, he must have had on the same clothes. I'm still wondering, how far did this woman really think she would get in a wheelchair? Robbing a bank. Oh, and the police station was only a few blocks away. Well, it's not like they prevent crime, but they probably would have eventually stopped her if a bunch of people was running after her and she holding the bag like this. She was dangling the bag and they were screaming, she robbed the bank, and they had signs that say she robbed the bank. They probably would have stopped her then, but other than that, she would have rolled right on by. No more talk.
What the haters talking about?
Yeah.